always foxy and holy. How about that? Check. Check. All right. That's better levels. So Foxhole is foxy and holy. We already said that. Better levels. Rumble is rumblicious. D. Check. All right. That's better levels. Is live. Twitch. Twitch. So twitchy. Twitch. So twitchy. You is to be. You to be or not to be? So twitchy. Alright. On Twitter, formerly known as Freemason Symbol. So twitchy. Alright. Alright, we're going to complete the countdown. 3 more minutes. A little under 3 more minutes. We got off to a late start. There's absolutely no one in the foxhole, so why not complete the countdown? Fridays at 5:30. Oh, there are 2 lurkers. I probably know one of them. Probably lives in this house. We're going to go 2 more minutes and then launch.
Shut up and sit down.
What a day. One more minute. Oh, the lurkers are trickling in. Do you trickle? Do you feel like you trickle as you enter? I don't know. Wandering in. Clicking in. URLing in. The foxhole.apping in. That's what the lurkers are doing. 40 seconds.
Shut up and sit down.
All right.
One part bread, one part pill. This is the Bread Pill Weekly. You've been red pilled, now be the red pill.
Welcome to the Bread Pill Weekly. Is it hot enough for you? You know, Miss 320, it's hot out there. The pool drains water straight up into the sky. Have you noticed that? You glance at your pool. I'm not that fancy. promise you. We got a tiny, old, dilapidated, crappy, old, used, was there when we moved in. You could call it a pool technically. Cement pond. It needs a lot of repair. It's very difficult to maintain the right way and all this. Anyway, it's not very deep. It's 9,000 gallons. It's about 15 by 30. A little notch kind of cut out for fanciness. When for the house, really, because it's snugged up against the house. You glance at it, and it's you go back and you do something for like a minute, and it's August, Texas weather, and you glance at it again, and the water has gone. It just flies out of the pool into the sky. It reverse rains straight up out of the pool. It is that hot. I hope I've answered your question, Ms. 320. All right, what is this? Well, first of all, I apologize for the late start. Had a kind of technical malfunction at the workplace. We was at the salt mine, and a key component that does a lot of my authentication, the Duo mobile authentication, mine blew out, and I had to kind of reset all that. And man, it's a little complex, especially when all the tools I use to do all that is it itself anyway. So that was about an hour ago, and I was like, I should really get this fixed before the weekend. So I was late. I apologize. Our co-host is having his last Friday social video game playing session of the summer. And so I said, do you want to broadcast? And he's like, it's pretty social. I'm like, I hear you. So I let him off the hook. I hope you all don't mind. I know that he's the more popular of the co-hosts. At least that's what I always hear. He's kind of the key central figure of the channel. He's the whole reason we started, because he said, Dad, about a year and a half ago, Dad, when are you going to start your channel? And I'm like, what? When are you going to co-host a channel with me? And he's like, I'll do it. And I'm like, oh man, I'm running out of things to bluff on. So that's how we got started. Anyway, this is the Bread Pill Weekly, episode 74. By the best accounting I can figure out, I think it's episode 74. We're looking at August 4th, 2023. I was going to say something else about that. Oh, what was it? Let me do one more thing before we switch to the news screen, if you'd call it that. Assheads in the house. Hey, asshead. We're going to... Oh, I know what I was going to say. Last week, I apologize. It weren't until... I don't even know if I announced it. I missed last Friday's show. We didn't have it because... What did he have? He had a thing. It was an important thing. What was it? Let me look at the calendar. What even was it? His thing was... Oh, all right. You all know how Disney is pure evil, as we all know, and completely concur inside of our echo chamber that is the Foxhole, which is not a very good echo chamber. And I say that as a compliment. I mean, okay. Clearly not in a hurry to get to the news. I will get to it, I promise. 2 weeks worth. Which means it's not news anymore. It's not hot off the press. This is commentary, right? This is a roundup, and we're missing the co-host, so... No in-depth knowledge of the European World War II theater of action like we usually get. Nothing like that. Anyway, I guess this should go there. You know how Disney's pure evil. But a couple of my siblings live nearby. Well, actually, all of them live nearby. And a couple of them were like, hey, let's bring the crews all out to go see the Haunted Mansion. So I went and saw the Haunted Mansion. Guard your eye gate. There's a couple things in there that you're like, you have to use some discernment to go, that's not wise, like playing with seances and stuff. Don't do that. Don't do it. So, anyway, it was an important family event we had 15 people went to see it. And so I was like, oh, man, it gets right in the way of the show. But I couldn't say no to my sibs. And they'd already bought the tickets. This is the only showtime they could do. So I had to call an audible with the family and say, yeah, we got to go to this thing. It's very family social, extended family, extended family. All right, now, one thing, okay. So we're broadcasting for now. We'll eventually turn off YouTube and I think just YouTube. Maybe later Facebook. Oh, man, I broke the thing. Hang on. There we go. We'll eventually turn off YouTube when we get into the news because YouTube is just, well, we'll talk about that in a second. But for now, we're broadcasting on 7 platforms, which I know is not the world record, but it's kind of a lot. And I credit the, we had sent some, I talk about this a lot, but I can't say enough about Stella Sue Sloan Productions. We sent a couple interns about a year ago over there. And they came back with, you got to stream on Twitter. What did they add? Twitch. They added Rumble. And they had this strong suggestion from a brainstorming session that had been held. We've been trying to serve, intergalactic, worldwide, nationwide audiences. They said, why don't you reach out to the Tri-County area? And we're like, why didn't we think of that? So we're now serving the Tri-County area in a state near you. Anyway, all those platforms, but only one has this sticker, or at least that I'm going to post. It is time to post the official Kickstarter sticker. You just got off work. Woo! That's the whistle. And boom. I'm not going to say her name. Not going to sing the song. Not going to play the song. But I'm going to post the sticker. There's no co-host here to stop me. All right. I got too much joy out of that, I guess. Is there such a thing as too much joy? Now, let's show the Bible preview of what we studied Wednesday. I believe it was... Yeah. So we did this whole chapter, and then we had a great discussion later. Our co-host of Wednesday, Black Yoda, came in with some commentary on this chapter and some other news of the week. The Texan called in, and man, we went for a good 90 minutes, 2 hours just on the U.S. Constitution and its impact in history. The Texan is loaded with knowledge. I think Asshead is disapproving of the sticker. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he's just celebrating in a skull kind of way, in a... what's that guy's name? The villain in He-Man and the Power Man. Oh, what's that guy's name? That villain. It's Skeletor. So anyway, I think Skeletor is punching. What's her name? Rebecca. Skeletor is punching Rebecca right in her Friday. Right in her Friday. So I won't read this whole chapter, but we ended with, once more she conceived, gave birth to a son, and said, this time I will praise the Lord. So she named him Judah. Then Leah stopped having children. And if you want to hear what happens next, come next Wednesday for the Bible reading, the co-host Black Yoda panel discussion, and the call-ins. It's Bible study off the rails, as Commander Sloan has described it. I call it more of a Bible reading, but Bible study off the rails is fine. It's fine. Now, the next order of business, Skeletor approves. Oh, he's like, he's got Friday hands up. He's like, yeah, we getting ready He's probably going to start a mosh pit, right? He's going to be like, he's going to point and stir it up. He's going to be like, get in there, get in there. All right. So on April 29th, 2002, this happened. Do you guys get tired of this same story over? Don't answer that. I'm going to keep doing it. You don't have to go watch this because I didn't watch it. Because here's what happened. YouTube said, bling, alert, you have a notice. We've noticed that you suck ass and we hate you and we're going to ban you. You get one more chance. And I'm like, what? They're like, it's because of this. And I'm like, what? And then I thought to myself, should I? No, not going to even care. So from thenceforth, and maybe we'll change this. I'm starting to kind of wonder about maybe changing it. But from thenceforth, what we've done is offered to YouTube, which I'm going to now put in the YouTube chat. We've offered to YouTube, you can go here. You can go to Facebook. You can go to DLive. You can go to Twitch. You can go to Rumble. You can go to Twitter. You can go to the Foxhole. And there's the links. Because what we're about to do is count you down and out, YouTube. So get on over. Because we're going to count you down and out. Are you ready? YouTube, in 15 seconds, we're turning you off. And there went YouTube. I missed I pushed the wrong button. We'll have to wait for the next ending.